Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for week number 1 of the Kansas High School football.
Halfway through the season, so he'll be back tonight.
Tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live, the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, Jason Feeback, joining us here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have that game with Broncos and Braves coming up next on Spring Hill Sports Live. Thanks, Coach.
Go Broncos.
This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Plenty of time, loads up, lets it fly down the sideline. He wants Torres, he's got to come back, he makes the catch. Down, Jackson Torres. There's a chance for Spring Hill. Back set, kill for Serpan.
A nice touch there, looking for Rainforth, and he's able to find the back of the net. A first touch volley. The substituted freshman, Odell.
Gano looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos on a 3rd down and 4 from the 5.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Friday Night Lights are back here as we're live from Bonner Springs High School in Bonner Springs, Kansas for opening kickoff of the Acacia 2024-25 football season. And tonight's coverage of Spring Hill Broncos football is presented to you by Strode Orthodontics. Strode Orthodontics specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience. With locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrthodontics.com. Hi, everyone. Alongside my partners, Caden Cabajo and Matt Jones, I'm Brendan Bolin. And Matt, it's such a great time. Friday Night Lights are back, and I'm sure like you, like myself, I'm really excited for this season to begin.
Oh, I've been waiting for this forever, and just driving up today, I was getting excited just thinking about the atmosphere. And you know, the coolest thing about high school football is it's all fresh, it's all new, and everybody's ready to go.
And especially because, you know, we've been waiting a long time for this. There's a certain period, once it's over, you get almost a real depression. It's like, man, I just can't wait for football to come back. And now we're back here. I got the chills as I was driving here too. And Caden, I know next to me is really excited as well. He's giving us a thumbs up. We're happy to be here. It's senior night for the Bonner Springs Braves tonight and their opening night. And let's talk about this Bonner team where they graduated a lot of seniors, but they have a new quarterback. Kalen Stright's one of their graduated team, but this team is a lot different, and their head coach is coming in with a lot of experience, and he's looking to turn this program around.
You know, Bonner Springs I've always thought is one of those sleeping giants that it's got a pretty decent community sport, and it's just waiting for the right coach and the right group of players to really kickstart something that could really get going and, you know, be something to be reckoned with in the Frontier League.
And that's head coach Byron Mays. That's what we're talking about. And then as we go to this Broncos team, as we go into our pregame show is presented to you by Comfort Designs and Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. And we kind of go, like I said, into this Broncos team. This is kind of a new-look offense we're going to see, Matt.
So as far as this year, you know, they've got a lot to replace. Obviously, Colton McCanna, he's going to be really, really hard to replace. But they do have some kids that got a lot of varsity experience last year. Sometimes when the games got out of hand, they were able to put in some sub-varsity kids. My focus tonight is going to be on the offensive line. That was their strength last year, and, you know, they dominated the trenches in just about every game. So my goals tonight, see how the offensive line starts to reload.
And Coach Feedback was talking with me on Thursday. I had a quick interview with him. He said this is going to be the strong point of their team, is that offensive line. And the fact that, you know, it's a really experienced group. He's got a lot of depth in that position. And he knows that it's going to be a really experienced point where teams, I feel like, could struggle against Spring Hill with that experienced offensive line. But also, you have to mention, you don't have McKenna anymore, nor do you have...
Yeah, you don't have Tyson Beshore.
You don't have Tyson Beshore. He's transferred to St. James. So now it's Jordan Miller, who he didn't play quarterback at all last year. It was him and Ryan Pale as well. Ryan Pale was the backup. So now you have Jordan Miller in a new spot. How do you think this is going to wrap up? This is a brand new style. You're not going to hand the ball off more. I think Coach is going to really let him fly.
They're just going to have to see what they have this first game and see where they stand. And, that's the exciting thing about the first game of the year is, everybody's at square one and we're all just kind of evaluating. And you just hope that the guys that are coming back, they take charge. They show some leadership. They had a good offseason. Everybody got stronger in the weight room. So the depth for a school the size of Spring Hill in the Frontier League, this is where they benefit from being a much larger school.
We're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll have an interview with BJ Harris talking to Coach Feeback. You're watching Spring Hill football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for week number 1 of the Kansas high school football season. The Spring Hill Broncos traveling up to Bonner Springs to take on the Braves. And joining us now, the head football coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, Jason Feeback. And Coach, boy, it's a long off season, it seems like. Poor coaches, they sometimes, that short part of it goes pretty fast. I imagine you're in that part of it now, but that long off season, you got to be chomping at the bit to get going here tonight.
We are. I think our kids are really ready to hit somebody else. This season's 9 months prepping for 3 or 4 months of a season, and you get there and all summer it's like, oh, we got 10 weeks, we got this, and then it's like, oh crud, we play tomorrow. So it just up on you, and you try to get everything in. Obviously, you're going to get better as the season progresses and all that, but we got a good group of kids. I think they're ready to get after it tonight.
It seems like over the last few years, you've done a pretty good job of mixing and matching with some youth coming in and playing and getting some experience. But, boy, you had a special class last year of seniors and a couple of really, really good ones that you're going to be trying to fill holes on. What's it been like trying to develop that experience that those guys you lost with their graduation?
You don't want to play a lot of young guys. We'll play the best guys at whatever grade they're in. It's open competition. When you show up and show out, it's evaluation every single day. And those guys that make it all summer and come and we do plenty of stuff, lots of chances to see what they can do. And we feel like we got some really good kids coming up. We feel like we got some kids ready to step in some roles. Losing a kid like McKenna and Meek and all that, that happens in good programs when you have good players. But I got another Meek coming up, and I got another McKenna coming up, and I got Stumpf who played a lot last year, and I got a Hank Coachaver who's going to be playing a lot too. So we got some good kids, and I think that's part of just having a program and being able to adapt to your strengths, and hopefully you got a lot of strengths, and then you're a lot better ball club. But you just find the next guy and you let them compete, and you coach your rear off, and you hope for the best with everything that comes up every season.
As we look to the football side, X's and O's, though, we'll get down to nitty-gritty a little bit and look at your offense. You'll be breaking in a new quarterback there. Certainly, guys got a lot of athleticism, just needs that experience. What do you expect out of him, and what are we going to see from the Bronco offense here tonight?
We're running the spread. We're inside, outside zone, maybe some counter with that. Depends on how well we can block zone. Don't feel like we have one running back we can give the ball 25, 27 times a game. It's not going to be a running back by committee, but we got a couple of guys, Coach Aver and Stump, that are going to be back there. Torres will move back there some too. And I feel like Torres is game breaker. We saw that last year. If we can get the ball in his hands, I feel like we got a chance to be pretty good. Corey Kirchner was a freshman last year, had a big game against Bonner. That was kind of his break-in game. He's back. He's better. He squats 100 pounds more than he did last year. Starting to fill out. And, we're working in some O-linemen. We got a couple guys still coming back. We won't see Pinkham tonight, but we're hoping he's coming back pretty quickly. He's working really hard to get back on the field, coming off of surgery. And then Evan Burke's coming back. We missed him halfway through the season, so he'll be back tonight. He's fired up, and we're excited to have him back. I know it was a big boost for our O-line on that. So across the front, we're going to have Gage Wingirter, big old boy, state wrestler. He's a good guy to have out there. Logan Alexander's a returning starter. Tucker Wingirter's going to be on there. Burke, Roundzone's going to be getting some reps there, and then we got Meek playing our other tackle.
Nice.
McAvoy at tight end. He played some last year. Brooks Bayer's a sophomore to keep your eyes on. He's going to play D end and tight end. And then, we got Ryan Jackson playing receiver. He played a lot of receiver last year. His leg looks a lot stronger this year. He's pretty dang good last year. So,
yeah.
Offensively, we feel like we have some really good pieces to be really good. Now it's about getting that consistency and making sure that we can, stay positive, stay consistent, and do that stuff.
We'll go to the other side of the ball then defensively, and you mentioned Anderton. You're replacing him at the middle of your defense, but boy, you had a pretty good young, big middle linebacker last year, and Bo Gardner. Expect to see more of him, I suspect, this year. And what else you got defensively?
We're running a 4-2. Our D-line is Royal, Summers, and we got Bayer, and our other end is Cade Myers. And those guys have really done a great job this summer getting better. Our D-line, I feel like we've taken a lot of big steps there. Gardner and Cohen Shuckman are inside linebackers, and those guys have done a great job. And, we return Heiss, we return Siler Stewart, we return Golston. Those guys are all playing DB. And then we got a rookie, Mikey Beck, freshman corner, and he might be our best dang cover corner. The kids, I had talked to him today. I've been talking to a lot of these kids. He's like, Coach, I love these big games.
We're going to find out tonight what all that improvement means when you take on the Bonner Springs Braves, a team that struggles at times, but boy, they can still give you fits, and they're going to come to play. What do you expect? What do you know of the Braves, and what do you expect tonight?
I expect their best effort. I think they're going to come out fired up, ready to play. They got some big boys, both sides of the ball. They've always got some athletes sprinkled in. I think they'll have a game plan. I think they'll come out and they're going to play their best, and we know we're going to have to play our absolute best if we want to come out of there with the win.
All right. Well, it should be a lot of fun. We're kicking off the high school football season tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live. The head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, Jason Feedback, joining us here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have that game with the Broncos and Braves coming up next on Spring Hill Sports Live. Thanks, Coach.
Go Broncos.
Feeling stuck, overwhelmed, anxious? Whether you're struggling to unwind, seeking meaningful connections, or just need a shoulder to cry on, the staff at Allies Therapeutic Services in Spring Hill is here for you. With experience in a wide range of services and a compassionate, judgment-free approach, Allies will help you tackle challenges in a supportive environment, working together to find a path to healing and growth, because everyone needs an ally. Visit alliestherapy.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You wanna live free?
Here come the Spring Hill Broncos as we welcome you back to the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. And we'll head straight into our keys to the game presented to you by the Spring Hill Fall Festival. Mark your calendars now for September 27th through the 31st for 3 days of fun activities. It kicks off on the all-new Cornhole Tournament, followed by 2 days of events Saturday and Sunday, including live music Saturday night. Learn more at springhillfallfestival.com. And Matt, I want to start off with you as we look at this Broncos team. What's going to be one of the big keys to the game for them?
That offensive line needs to make Jordan Miller's life as easy as possible. Breaking in a new quarterback is never easy, and that starts up front with the offensive line.
And how about this Bonner Springs Braves team? It's kind of a fresh look for them. Their offensive line's also really experienced. But you never know. This is also a new offense for them as well.
Right. Lots of seniors. When they were announcing, they had a lot of seniors coming out. So, that always helps. It doesn't matter if you've been successful or not, but if you've had some guys that have gotten a lot of Friday night snaps, it definitely doesn't hurt.
And now we'll get into our pregame area matchups that are brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott Group has served area communities for decades. When you're out traveling to your next big matchup, be sure to look for an Elliott Insurance location near you. Learn more at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. And we've got quite a week 1 schedule for you. Baldwin will travel to Iola. Paola is in Fort Scott tonight. That'll be a really nice game. And the last year of the 2 of the biggest contenders, I feel like, for the Frontier League, Tonganoxie and Lewisburg going down a week 1, as I will say that Chanute is off of their schedule for the regular season. It's been replaced by Lansing, so they did a little bit of readjusting. So Tonganoxie will open with Lewisburg starting this year. Ottawa is traveling to Atchison. Ottawa going to be a really nice football team this year, taking on a really nice Atchison team that lost a lot of good players, but they're still one of the more athletic teams in the state. And then Topeka Hayden is traveling to Eudora. Again, make sure to check out all those games on all of our channels on this Varsity Sports Live network. We're going to take another quick break here, and when we come back, it's opening kickoff for this Spring Hill Broncos team of the 2024-25 season right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Welcome back to Spring Hill Sports Live, and as we're wrapping up the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, Matt, any final words before we get set to kick off here?
Well, we're excited for this year. If those of you that can't get enough Frontier League football, Dylan Funk, our Tonganoxie play-by-play announcer, has started Frontier League Sports Live. So if you're interested in Frontier League football, can't get enough of it, tune into his show each week and get your fill of Frontier League football.
Absolutely. It's always been quite a fun show. Dylan Funk, one of the longtime veterans of Varsity Sports Live, as Spring Hill won the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. It'll be Ryan Jackson to kick, and Jackson's got quite a leg on him. He's been in the lab recently with former K-State's all-Big 12 punter Devin Ankdol on his specialists.
I had Devin in middle school PE.
No way!
He went to Brave Trail, went to Lloyd the Northwest. Yep.
There's 3 Braves back deep. Devin Fleischer's one of them, and away we are from Bonner Springs High School, and Jackson's going to kick that one right back to the end zone for a touchback.
Good start for the Broncos. You always like to see the season start off with the touchback if you're the kickoff team.
So now we're going to look at Bonner Springs' quarterback, Dalton Caldwell. Dalton Caldwell did not play at all last year. It was Kalen Strite and Nathan Gutierrez, I should say, were the 2 starters. So Dalton Caldwell will be the one to look at.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
As they've got a 2 running back set. So we begin 1st and 10 on the 20. Broncos running a 4-2. They have Valerie on the edge, and this one run to the left side. This is Leonard Fuchsia, and he's got to move the chains for a first down.
He does a pretty good cutback by the running back.
That was from Gusha, and he does, in fact, move the chains. So Bonner Springs.
Outside contained for the Bronco defense did a pretty good job by making him cut back in. The linebackers just missed a tackle.
Correction, gain is of 10 yards, enough for a Braves first down.
Braves will have another 1st and 10. This will be handed off inside, and they're going to push the pile about 5 yards. It's going to be Kyle Blands, the 5'10 senior.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. We'll bring up second.
It'll be 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Bonner will have a 3 running back set once again. This is kind of an interesting formation they like to run. Not really see many teams in Kansas run this formation.
You really don't.
This will be Fungusha again, and he's going to be stuffed right up the middle. Nowhere to go. A lot of bodies inside for the Bronco defense. They're going to say no gain.
Got to be very disciplined against this style of offense when you have all the misdirection and counters and different traps and such. You just got to stay home and fill your gaps and be assignment sound football players.
I believe Clayton Valerie was the first one to get there, along with Cade Myers as well. Like I talked about with Coach Feedback, this is a very experienced Broncos defense. They're returning 8 starters. On the 3rd down, Caldwell will roll out right. Breaks off a tackle. He's going to go inside, but he'll be met by Valerie, and I think he'll be a yard or 2 short. It'll be a rush of about 4, so it'll be 4th down and 1.
Bo Gardner smelled blood in the water. He just overran him just a little bit. He's got to break down and keep his eyes on the numbers.
So Bo Gardner, like you said, was the first one to get there, but Clayton Valerie will end up getting the tackle. So it'll be 4th and 1, and Bonner's going to go for it. You're at your own 39-yard line, and you've done a nice job running the ball up the middle.
Trying to assert themselves early.
It'll be up the middle. Can they push the pile? I think they did, just barely.
Excellent second effort by the running back. They had him dead to rights, and he just kept fighting.
Just enough for a
That was Kyle Blondes to get the 1 yard they need and another first down. This will be play number 6 of the drive for Bonner Springs at their own 41. So I think they're going to give him 2 yards on that rushing carry. Attachment right. Caldwell hands it up the middle. This is Blonde. He has a nice hole. He's going to get a couple on that one at about the 49.
Again, all that misdirection, all those fakes, it makes the defense kind of playing on their heels a little bit right now.
It's going to be about 7 yards, so 2nd and 3 for the Braves, as this will be play number 7 on the drive, as they've got themselves in a nice groove.
They really do, and when you get big chunks like that on first down, it sure makes the rest of your play calling easy, and you can go for it on 4th down when you get big chunks on the first play.
Bonner's wasted about 4 minutes of time here. There's 8 minutes left on the clock. 3 in the backfield. Caldwell takes the snap, runs into his own running back, and that's going to be trouble. They're not really going to go anywhere. They're going to give him about a yard.
They're lucky that play didn't get blown up completely because the ball kind of bobbled between the quarterback and the running back.
They're going to give him Blondes a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 2. And most of this backfield did not really see much action either. And of course, you have a new head coach, Byron Mays, in his first year, hoping to turn this program around. Here we are, 3rd down and 2, 7:20 to go. Caldwell snaps. Fungusha takes the snap. He found himself a nice hole, and he's going to get it to about the 40-yard line, and the Bonner Springs Braves will keep on moving. Clayton Valerie will be able to get there.
Fungusha with a great cut. He just a quick little juke step, found the hole and accelerated right through it. Right now, the offensive line for the Braves is dominating up front.
We're going 1st and 10 for the Braves at the 40-yard line.
Give him a rush of about 13 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 Braves from the 40. Got attachment right. It's going to be Ivan Irwin. Fungusha to the outside, and he's not really going to get anywhere.
Well played by the Bronco defense. They contained him, strung him out wide, linebackers, corners, all involved in the tackle. Bronco D needs to capitalize on them being behind the sticks at this point.
Give him about a yard, as Brooks Byer was one of the guys out there, and I believe also Carson Royal was out there on the outside too. And Coach Byron Mays is going to call timeout here with 6:13 left to go in the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout with him. No score, 6:13 left to go. We'll be back here in just 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Bonner Springs really chewing up this clock here. 6:13 left to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 Braves from the Spring Hill 39. Dalton Caldwell's really taken this team to the next level so far, and especially this nice, unique formation set. Caldwell will eventually hand off to Fungusha, and he's going to be tackled right up the middle, as that's going to be Kendall Heiss, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. They're going to give him about 2 yards.
Be an interesting call here. They haven't aired it out yet, so we'll see if they're going to throw or if they're going to try to create some misdirection.
It'll be 3rd down and 7 from the Bronco 38.5, give or take 37. Caldwell under center. Fungusha and Blondes behind him. Caldwell takes a snap, and he's going to be met immediately. As that was not Blondes, that was Kane Smith, and he's going to be met immediately. That was
Myers.
Caden Myers right up the middle.
Good fundamental tackle, wrapped him up, drove his feet, held him just long enough to get a little bit of help. Good stop for the Bronco defense.
And they did not gain a single yard. It'll be 4th down and 8 still. And I believe they're going to send out the punt team. It's going to be Martin Guerra, the 6'1", 155-pound sophomore, to punt it away. This is going to be, I believe that's Clayton Valerie back deep for the Broncos. Takes a snap. It's going to be a little line drive blooper. Bounces to about the 15. That's where Blondes will pick it up. And the Broncos will be going to work here on offense as we take a look at the brand new offense for the Spring Hill team led by new quarterback Jordan Miller. What can you tell us about him, Matt?
You know, he's kind of been unknown to me. You know, the last couple of years was Tyson Beshore, and with his departure, this is kind of a new commodity. So, you know, I'm excited to see what he can do and, you know, see are they going to be run heavy, pass heavy, and see where we go from here. He's got the keys. Let's see if he can drive.
When I talked to Coach Feedback on Thursday, he said this guy's an athlete. He's a hardworking guy, comes in, day out. He's kind of a gunslinger. And this is also the guy who started in the 5A state championship baseball game.
Hey. So he's a competitor. I like it.
He is a competitor. This one fakes the handoff. He'll go out to Jackson Torres, who's going to get an edge. And he's going to pick up the chains to the 30.
You know, Torres is one of those guys that you're going to see him in the backfield. You're going to see him in the slot. You're going to see him out wide. He's going to be one of those players that can do a little bit of everything. He's athletic. He's strong. He's fast.
Tackles made by DeAndre Morrison.
A gain of about 12.
Brings it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 28. This will be handed off. This is Stumpf. And he's got quite a crease. He drops the football. And I think Bonner says they have it. They do. And on the second play of the drive, Bonner Springs has come up with the football on their side of the field.
You know, after a pretty good run, you just got to tuck that ball when you make contact. You got to have it, you know, tucked in the right position in your arm and just let his arm get a little bit wide. Bonner Springs was able to punch it free.
So now with 3:44 to go in the first quarter, Bonner will have it to start at the Bronco 48-yard line.
Well, the two plays that we saw for the Bronco offensive line, they looked pretty good, but it's a small sample size.
Caldwell back under center for the Braves. 3 running back set. This will be up the middle for Blondes, and he's not going to get much there. Give him a yard.
Bronco D went to the gaps on that time, and the linemen, about 5 of the offensive linemen, went running straight downfield, and that left a host of Broncos there to make the tackle. Be interesting to see what they've changed defensively.
Didn't quite read who was on the tackle there. It was quite crowded. Like you said, the Broncos were really gapped down there.
Yeah, they were.
They were waiting in the water. They know it's either going to be a rush outside, rush middle. 2nd and 9. Caldwell takes a snap, initially dropped there, and I think Spring Hill's going to come up with a football.
Sure do.
They sure do. That's going to be Cohen Shuckman to come up with the football, and on the second play of Bonner Springs' drive, they fumble the football.
Looks like a first game of the year high school football game. These teams trading turnovers, and the Broncos definitely made some changes up front. I feel like they've kind of adjusted where they are gap wise, and I think they're going to be disruptive.
So they'll start from their own 48. The Broncos will.
Stump giving out some thank yous as he runs back on the field.
Miller in the shotgun takes the snap. Quick throw out. This will be Kirkner. And he's got quite a bit of yards. Sorry, that's Cade Myers.
I think Kirkner was correct.
I think it was Kirkner, yes.
Yeah. Cade plays defense.
That's going to be a 14-yard gain.
They're giving Kirkner a huge cushion.
Or 12, I should say. From the 38, 1st and 10. Miller drops back. He's going to scramble right, and he is going to be met quickly. I believe Devin Fleischer was there on the tackle on the outside.
Looked like a called run for Miller. I like to see that part of the offense coming out. That's not something we saw much last year with B-Shore running the show.
Second down Broncos. Miller hands it off to Stump up the middle, and he's going to be met near the 35-yard line.
Stump's a good hard runner. He always runs with his head, head up, but his shoulder pad's low. Turns out extra yards. Strong kid.
I believe Ty Marble was in on the tackle. 3rd and 5 Broncos. Miller hands it off on the outside. This is Jackson Torres, and he's going to get to the 30. Give him about 6 yards and a Bronco first down. 4, I should say.
First and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Be 1st and 10 from the 30. Miller in the shotgun. Eli Hedrick is in the backfield, and a flag's going to be thrown. I believe it's going to be on the Broncos. It's going to be on Ryan Jackson.
He was excited about something.
It's going to be a false start. So they're going to move him back about 10 yards. Or 5 yards, I should say. To the 35.
Penalty bring up 1st and 15.
1st and 15 now. Wyatt Gatlin in the backfield. Miller takes a snap. He's going to be rushed by 2. Now 3 diving at his leg. He's going to have to sidearm throw this down. Oh. And Jackson was there just over his head as Jordan Miller had to improvise there and pull out a Patrick Mahomes-like move.
Sure did. He can move. That was a great effort by him. Run to his left, throw with his right. And Jackson had the step, but that's a really, really hard throw to do.
Man, oh man, that was quite a throw. Bonner had 2. They initially got through, and then a 3rd came off the edge. And Miller said, I got to chuck this thing into the end zone.
You don't want to see him running like that too often, but it's good to know that he can.
2nd and 15 from the 35. Motion man, that's Kirkner. They're going to give it to him in the inside, and he's going to be met quickly there. I don't think he got anything there. It's going to be Trenton Norris on the tackle.
Carried by Corey Kirchner. Tackle made by Kyle Blondes.
We're going to say Kyle Blondes is on the tackle, so no gain. It's going to be 3rd and long now for the Broncos. Miller takes the snap. He'll back up to throw. Rushed by 1. Here comes another. He'll throw out and fire. Kirkner drops it. And there's going to be a flag thrown.
What are we looking at? Late hit?
I wonder if we are, in fact, looking at a late hit.
There wasn't another defender around there, was there? For holding. Or an offensive player.
They're pointing at Coach Mays.
Could be a legal man downfield, maybe.
The referee's going to sort this out. But again, the Broncos' offensive line was rushed quickly. There's no more pressure on Jordan Miller.
Right.
And he, again, had to rush out and force it.
A little bit concerning so far. That would have been a tough catch for Kirkner. Would have been on the back shoulder, but something I'm sure he wants to have back. Their offensive line, they're missing Duncan Pinkham. He was a starting tackle last year for the Broncos. Knee surgery. He's out right now. He should be back here in the next week or 2. I know he's ready. He's been out all summer, ready to hit somebody that's not a Bronco. I
believe the referees have their decision made. They're going to back up the football. It's going to be a blindside block.
Obviously, I was looking downfield, so I didn't see it. But
it's going to move them back 15. So it'll be 3rd down and forever.
Honestly, I think you just try to get a chunk of it back and pin them.
3rd and 30 to be exact from midfield. Miller takes the snap, rolling out right. He's got a bit of time. He's going to feel pressure, and he's going to step up, try and throw. Cut over the middle. That's Torres, and he's got himself a 1st down.
That was really close to quarterback being over the line of scrimmage. He threw it right at it. It was really, really close, but good field awareness by Miller to get rid of that when he did.
33 yards on the throw to Jackson Torres. And from the 16, it's going to be 1st down, and I believe timeout's going to be called.
Yeah, end of quarter, great effort
end of
by
quarter
Miller.
There, yeah, end of quarter. I wasn't looking at the clock there. We go to the end of the 1st quarter. We're even at 0. Back here at 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Spring Hill football here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Brendan Bullen alongside my partners Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo behind the camera. Beautiful work as always from him. We appreciate him coming out. Matt, you as well.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't miss it. My daughter's cheering, so I'm here anyway. So I might as well talk about football, right?
Nothing wrong with that. 1st and 10 from the 15. This will be handoff up the middle. This will be Stumpf.
Stump's their version of Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs. He runs hard and looks just a little irritated that they hand him the ball, and he wants to get down the field.
You got 5 there, tackled, made by Maddox Clary. Another 1st down here. Stump again, wide open room, into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Good hard run, well blocked by the offensive line. Stump had a clear lane to run through, caught the Braves back on their heels, all set up by that great clutch 3rd and 30 right before the end of the 1st quarter.
It looks like Spring Hill is going to go for 2. They look like they're going to fake a swinging gate. Now they're going to go and kick the field goal. It'll be Ryan Jackson to attempt the extra point. And the kick is threaded through. Spring Hill on the 2nd drive of the game. Took them a few plays, but they finally have found the end zone for the first time after both teams fumble. 11:30 to go. Spring Hill takes the lead 7-0 here in quarter number 2.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Broncos take an early 7-0 lead in the beginning of quarter number 2. Jackson to kick it off again. Bonner Springs is 3 deep. The way we are. This will be kicked to the right. Fungusha drops it, picks it right back up at the 5, cuts back inside the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and about the 25 is where he'll be tackled. I think they're going to mark him at about the 25, 24.5 yard line. I think they'll barely just get him at the 25, and that's where the Bonner Springs Braves will start their third drive. And Matt, it was a really nice first drive for them, but then the second drive, a little bit of deja vu as they fumbled the ball right back to Spring Hill on their second play of the second drive. So now, what's it going to be for Bonner Springs here on drive number 3?
Well, it's kind of a chess match. So Broncos came out and made some defensive adjustments after Bonner's first drive. We'll see what Bonner's done to counter those adjustments. So that's the interesting thing about football, which makes it so exciting. There's so many different moves and counter moves throughout the whole game.
So Bonner will finally run onto the field after the referees initially whistled for them to get on the field.
Well, yeah, I was wondering the same thing. Like, you don't have a timeout.
I think Coach Mays, it being his first game of the year, he's definitely got to be fired up here.
Oh, that's always exciting. First year, 30th year.
Please put 11:30 on the play clock. Our question game clock, please.
And I think they want time back on the clock because I think they accidentally let the clock run. So we set back to 11:30. It ticked down all the way to 10:57.
Details.
Always got to be the attention to details. It's a nice breezy Friday evening. Opening game of Friday Night Lights here in the lovely state of Kansas.
2 years ago we were here, and man, it was hot.
Caldwell hands it off the middle. That's going to be Kane Smith. Be tackled there by Clayton Valerie.
Tackled by Clayton Valerie.
He's been all over the place so far for the Spring Hill team.
Yeah, Bo Gardner in there too. Much better job of gang tackling. It makes it so much easier if you can get 2 or 3 hats on the runner.
Pick up 2 yards on that one. 2nd and 8 from the 27. Caldwell again under center. 3 running backs behind him. Takes a snap. He'll drop back for the first time and trying to get it to Fungusha, but the pressure was really near him. So his first pass attempt will be incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Bonner Springs.
Something to keep an eye on. That cornerback was not in the vicinity. That running back was open. Need to watch that. Make sure that they're not giving him a free lane.
It's always kind of those play action, just pitch off to the running back in the flat. It's always kind of an interesting move whenever you're playing video games. It can be helpful on those kind of situations. I've been playing enough NCAA 25 to know. 3rd down and 8. Caldwell's under some pressure. Throws as he's hit, and it's going to be incomplete.
Good hustle by Cade Myers, making almost getting to the quarterback. Great defense on the back end by the Broncos secondary.
That was number 21, who's not on the roster. I may have read that number wrong, but he was in coverage there.
Yeah, I see 21.
Yeah, it is a 21, but he's not on the roster, so we'll just have to live with it. Valerie's back deep, and this punt's going to be soaring over his head. Bounces at about the 41, and this will be rolling to the 25, and finally stops at about the 24, is where Kyle Blondes and company will pick it up. And Spring Hill will make their way back onto the field. And now, Matt, after you scored once, you kind of finally started to tune things up there on that second drive. What do you expect to see out of Spring Hill now that you're kind of finally slowly starting to get in tune here?
Well, we've seen that Miller can move, so that's encouraging. I think what we want to see is the offensive line, and I said it a bunch of times, I want to see them assert themselves on this drive and really take control of the game.
We also know Miller can really run and throw a sidearm if he needs to as well.
That's the baseball player in him.
Torres is in motion. He'll hand off outside to Stump. He's got quite some room. Gets to the edge. Look at him go at the 45 and tackled out of bounds. Out about the 46. Be wrapped up by DeAndre Morrison. And Stump's got a 20-yard first down.
Kirkner out there, he held that block for about as long as he possibly could. He had him for well over 5 seconds, and finally Stump got there out of the backfield. And that's a long time to hold a block in the open field.
Kirkner in motion. Hand it off again to Stump up the middle. Breaks a tackle off of Blondes, and he's going to have to be tackled by 4 other men. And Stump's going to continue to move the chains. Another first down for Spring Hill. Gain of 11 there. So 31 yards on this drive alone from Patrick Stump.
From the 43-yard line.
And I believe Coach Byron Mays is going to call a timeout.
Doesn't like what he sees formation-wise. Guys weren't lined up correctly, I would assume.
And as Bonner Springs takes their second timeout, we'll take another timeout here. Be back here in just 30 seconds. Broncos driving through. Be back. Hopefully they score here on this next drive. You're watching Spring Hill football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Payola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Payola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Payola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Payola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Here on Spring Hill Sports Live, 1st and 10 again. This time Miller will drop back to pass. He's going to open up and fire on the left side. He's got Torres in stride. It'll be out of bounds at the 10, and again for the 3rd straight time, Spring Hill's going to move the chains.
Torres is a hard matchup for anybody. He's fast, got good hands, really good job tracking the ball. I like what we've seen out of Miller's arm so far, that's for sure.
That was a beautiful dime there.
Right.
Again, 1st and 10, wide open. Jackson just tries to go back shoulder there, but over and out of reach for him.
It's a little too much on it. It needs a little more touch, but you can work on that. Arm strength is hard to work on, but touch, you can work on that throughout the season.
Spring Hill's going to go to a 2-back set here. Stump behind Miller. Torres is on the inside. He'll hand it off to Stump. And he's going to have a gain of about 2 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 8. From about the 8 or 9 yard line.
Tackle made by Ty Marble.
Be it, at the 9 yard line. 3rd and goal. This will be up the middle for Jackson Torres. He's going to be met quickly there.
It's been really close to the first down. He's just shy, it looks like.
Kane Smith and also DeAndre Morrison was there on the tackle as well. It'll be 4th and 2. And I think they're making the smart decision and going for it, knowing you're pinning Bonner inside their red zone, and you've had him really nice on defense as well. So why not go for it and put a lot of pressure on it? So what if you don't get it? You're going to force – you could force 2 points if you wanted to.
No, I like this call. I like that. This is kind of this let's see what we're made of call.
4th and 2 from the 3. Handoff outside. Torres, wide open room. Touchdown, Broncos.
Didn't even get touched. Great effort, well executed. Just that whole drive kind of put the Braves back on their heels. And Torres is a tough matchup. Running the ball, catching the ball. He's going to be somebody that every team's going to have to account for this season.
kind of like their Swiss Army knife in
I
a
agree.
sense.
Good.
It's kind of like their Deebo Samuel.
Right.
They'll fake swinging gate, and Jackson will attempt the PAT once again. Colt Harp on the hold. And Jackson's 2 for 2 on the night.
Good solid kick. Good score by the Broncos.
The Broncos strike again on their second straight drive. 14-0 your score. 8:17 left in the second quarter. Be back here in just a few moments on Spring Hill Sports Live.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jackson set to kick off.
Broncos a 2-touchdown lead here. It's starting off in the second quarter. Jackson again to kick off. Another 3 back deep for the Braves. This will take a 1-hop, and it'll be picked up on the outside. Tries to cut inside, and he'll be tackled about the 15, give or take maybe a yard or two there. And Bonner Springs will sit up on the far side hash, and they'll spot him at the 16-yard line.
Ball's returned to the 16-yard line.
We'll see what front the Broncos come out. They've been going back and forth. The first series, they were in a 4-man front, and Bonner had their way. And the last 2 series, they've been kind of going back and forth between a 5-man and a 4-man front, and that's obviously created some challenges for the Braves.
You can hear the Bonner Springs student section right down below us. Again, like I said, it's a very cool afternoon here in Bonner Springs. 71 degrees, feels like 67, 18-mile-per-hour wind, 18-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the wind's going to be slightly blowing, which I don't think that'll have much of an effect on this game. Caldwell will take the snap himself on first down, gets to the outside edge. He's going to be met by a few Broncos. But he's going to have himself a nice first down. He's going to give about 7 there, I think.
Yeah,
and he will get the first down.
You know, the Bronco linebacking crew is just a little bit slow getting over there. The corner was doing exactly what he's supposed to do and making, keeping outside contained. Just linebackers need to come over there and flow and stop that play from being a first down.
It'll be a 12-yard rush from Dalton Caldwell.
A great effort by Caldwell.
First and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Wants to play again from Coach Mays. 2-back set. Broncos have 5 at the line. Up the middle. He's going to be met immediately. That was Blondes trying to run, and he was met quickly there.
Carried by Kyle Blondes.
Great penetration.
I believe Cohen Shuckman was the first one to get there. They're going to give him a yard for Blondes, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 29. You can kind of faintly hear the wind picking up in our mics.
That's been a beautiful day. I'll take them. It's pretty good for early September.
It's been better than the last couple weeks. It's been really humid, yeah.
It was pretty ugly last week. I'm glad we didn't have a game.
Made out in motion wide. It's Blondes. Hand off to Fungusha. Ball comes out. And the Broncos are going to have it. That was Clayton Valerie hitting Fungusha and forcing the football out, and gets his own fumble recovery as well.
Host of Broncos there, all disruptive. Looks like Myers was in there. Bad handoff between the quarterback and the running back, but that's because there's about 3 Broncos all closing in right at the same time.
And it was kind of a delayed handoff, too, because they initially saw the pressure, and he's like, oh, do we hand it off?
Do I give? Do I pull?
Broncos will set up shop inside the Braves 25. Stump to Miller's left. Miller will drop back to throw. Wide open and turn, and it's going to be picked off. It's going to be intercepted by DeAndre Morrison. It was popped up by Peyton McAvoy, the tight end. And in stride, it's going to be picked off by DeAndre Morrison. And on the first play near the Braves red zone, the Broncos are going to turn it over again.
Yeah, that's tough when the ball goes flying up in the air like that. It's anybody's game. Looked like it went through his hands. Hands were a little bit too wide apart, hit his shoulder pads, and went shooting straight up in the air. And that makes it just, especially deep in the defensive backfield like that, D-back's going to be hunting for that one.
Kane Smith and Fungusha in the backfield. It'll be Caldwell rolling out right. Here comes the pressure. It's Bo Gardner there. And it's fumbled, picked up by Fungusha. Going to the outside. It'll be tackled by Clayton Valerie. And after all that, it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. And I didn't see it initially. It got fumbled, and then Fungusha rushes over to pick it up and runs it the opposite way.
Bo Gardner in on that.
And I look over to my left, and I see my cameraman, Caden Carbajo, smiling and laughing. He kind of didn't initially see it, too.
Well, what a heads-up play by one, Fukasha, but two, the Bronco secondary to make the play, because he could have still be running if they didn't catch it.
I think the referees are going to talk this one over.
Well, maybe they're thinking the ball was, the ground caused it, which it would go back to the spot of the sack. Looks like they're going to set up shop right here. That was unusual. You don't see that very often.
Brooks Beyer was raising the roof as well with the referees. 2nd and 12. Handoff up the middle. He's going to be met by a host of Broncos. Bo Gardner and Cohen Shuckman.
Carry by Smith.
Broncos have done a lot better job.
Be met by Kane Smith. They're going to get a yard back. Be about 3rd and close to 10 or 11. It's going to be 3rd and 11, I believe. 3rd and 11 from the 16-yard line. And I'm sure they're going to try and formulate something here. 2 out to the right, 2 behind him. Caldwell under center again. He'll drop back to throw. Fires a deep ball, and it was heavily contested. Nice job by Lucas Golston.
Now, that's probably a wise no call. He turned his head at the last minute, which probably saved the day for him. Had he not done that at the last second, could have called pass interference, but they were running stride for stride most of the way down the field, so I'd rather see him allowed to play a little bit than be ticky-tacky at this level.
That was DeAndre Morrison trying to go for it. So 4th and 11 for the Braves, and they'll have to punt for the 3rd time tonight. To Clayton Valerie. Martin Guerra will be back deep to punt this one away again. Oh, almost got there. That was Shuckman. Sorry, that was Golston. Valerie returns it. He's going to cut inside. It breaks the tackle. He'll get to about the 32, I believe, is where they're going to mark him down. Will be the 33. About the 33, 34, kind of midway. They'll say the 33-yard line.
I feel like this whole quarter has been on this side of the 50. We started with that big play at the end of the first. And
2-back set. Kirkner in motion. Fakes the handoff. Miller thought about throwing. He's under pressure. Dances left, and he's going to be met quickly there. Kane Smith, the first one to get to Miller.
A little bit of indecision there.
It's going to be a tackle. It's not going to be a sack. It was no gain. So it's just going to be ruled a tackle and a rush attempt from Miller. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Handoff inside for Torres, and oh man, he was met quickly there. That was Kyle Blonds, the first one to meet Torres up the middle. Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 28-yard line. 3:30 to go left in this first half. Miller's got stumps to the right. Torres in motion. He'll give it to him here. Up the middle, breaks a few tackles, trying to extend to the 20, and he will get there. And it's going to be well enough for a first down. Give or take about 14 yards on that play. 7. Cut it in half.
Once again, there's our Swiss Army knife.
First and 10 from the 20. Miller quickly throws to the outside. He's got Kirkner, and he'll try and wrestle and route his way in inside the 10 to about the 8. It'll be a gain of 12 and 1st and goal for the Broncos inside the 10.
Miller with a good decisive throw, got rid of it quick.
Broncos are going to go quick here. Bonner not quite set yet. Stumps to the left of Miller. Takes the snap, fires quick to the right again. It's Kirkner. Can he wrestle his way in? They're going to say he's in. Touchdown, Spring Hill.
It took them a minute. I mean, they landed on the pylon, so good effort by Kirkner to bully his way into the end zone.
The first passing touchdown for Jordan Miller. And they're going to go swinging gate here. Spring Hill confuses the Braves. That was Brady Coltharp.
You don't see that very often. You usually, it's just smoke and mirrors.
22-0. 2:19 left to go here in the first half. We'll be back here in just 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Overwhelmed? Anxious? Whether you're struggling to unwind, seeking meaningful connections, or just need a shoulder to cry on, the staff at Allies Therapeutic Services in Spring Hill is here for you. With experience in a wide range of services and a compassionate, judgment-free approach, Allies will help you tackle challenges in a supportive environment, working together to find a path to healing and growth, because everyone needs an ally. Visit alliestherapy.com.
After the 2-point conversion and a nice little drive there from the Broncos. After the initial interception. And themselves their 3rd score of the night, including a 2-point conversion as well. This will be Morrison from the 10. He's going to be met at about the 15. I believe Hank Kochevar was going to be the first one to meet him there.
It's a really important drive for the Braves to see if they can, at the very least, get a couple first downs to get into the halftime, but they got a long way to go. We were talking a minute ago about number 21. That's Mikey Beck. He's a freshman.
Mikey Beck, yes.
A couple people with the shout out. Duncan Pinkham, let me know who it is, and Coach Tower, English teacher, and ladies wrestling coach for the Broncos. They all informed us who he is. We're excited to watch him for the next couple years, see how he develops.
Coach Feebank was talking to me about him, saying he really impressed him during the summer and also kind of fall camp as well, saying he's a real hard worker and he's going to be really important for us in our secondary.
That's great.
It's going to be kind of a young secondary. Most of the returners will be on this defensive line and kind of the linebacker core as well. Bo Gardner, Hank Kochevar as well. Cohen Shuckman as well. Flag on the play. Delay of game on the Braves. So the Braves, starting at the 15, are going to be backed up to the 10 now.
Yeah, that's tough coming off a transition from kick return. You don't want to have a penalty like that.
So we first and 15, Bonner Springs. From their own 10-yard line, man out in motion from Gusha. Quick out, it's going to be incomplete. He's trying to go to the outside there for Jaden Bird. Trying to go quick out there.
You know, I see
quick
what they're trying to do, but the Broncos are playing pretty much press coverage. So that would have been a hard play to convert on when they're not giving them a cushion. Right now, they're just trying to find anything that's going to work. The Broncos have completely turned the tides after that first drive.
Caldwell goes back under center here on 2nd and 15. Handoff up the middle. This will be... They fooled me for a second. That was Jaden Bird. I thought it was Kane Smith with the ball.
I did too.
So it's going to be a gain of 2. So it'll be 3rd and 13 from about the 12-yard line.
Now if you're the Broncos, you got to start thinking about the opportunity to score again if they choose.
Which I believe they will go ahead and punt it again if they so desire. You've got a running clock now with about 1:30 to go, and I think Bonner's just going to waste no time and try and wind this thing down as long as they can, so Spring Hill does not get another possession. 3rd and 13. Caldwell takes the snap, hands it off to Fungusha, cuts to the outside, and it'll be wrapped up and brought down by Mikey Beck, the freshman, on cue.
Great tackle. Open field tackles are hard. Great job with for the freshman.
And time will be called by Spring Hill. So Coach Feeback will have 1:07 to work with. As we'll stay here for this timeout break, Matt. And I mean, Bonner Springs on that first drive, you saw them. They were driving really well.
Right.
And then what are you seeing from this Spring Hill defense that's impressed you, that's kind of made Bonner scratch their heads a little bit?
Well, I think a couple things. I think they've mixed up their front, going from between 5-man front and a 4-man front. I think also they've just adjusted their gaps just enough to confuse Bonner Springs, and the offensive line for Bonner is definitely struggling right now. Maybe also a little bit of they got hit in the mouth a little. They maybe weren't expecting that. Now they're like, okay, they're ready to play too.
You have to like what you see from Dalton Caldwell so far. I mean, his offense, it's not to what he wants, I believe, but I mean, it's starting to get slowly going,
right?
In a sense. 4th and 7. You got about 5 on the rush. Martin Gear will be again back to punt, and Clayton Valerie to return once again. The 4th punt tonight for Bonner Springs. Booming kick. Valerie is going to be under it. It'll go over his head into the 50. A one-hop, and he'll take it. Cuts back to inside the 40, and a wave of Braves is going to be there. I believe Devin Fleischer will be the first one to get there, and he will be credited for the tackle. So now Coach Feeback and company inside Braves territory will have 57 seconds to work with.
And we know they can throw, so we'll see if Miller comes out slinging the ball around a little bit.
And I'm sure Coach Feeback's going to tell him to be smart here. He talked to me about how sometimes he likes to chuck it deep, sometimes he likes to just take things into his own hands, and Feeback's going to tell him, just slow down, take it easy. This is the first game. 1st and 10, he will go back to throw. Rolls out right and trying to hit the man on the outside. Be incomplete. That was Torres. Or no, that's... Yeah, it was Torres. It looked like a 0 from here because he has his jersey rolled up just a tad.
You know, that's a tough one. The luxury of replay would help, but you'd like to see Miller step up in the pocket a little bit more instead of running around that D end, who did a good job containing.
Timeout called, I believe. Yep, it'll be Coach Mays taking his final timeout, and we'll take another timeout with him. 22-0 Spring Hill. 52 seconds left to score inside Braves territory.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
.52 seconds left to go. 2nd and 10. Miller drops back, tries to throw it out. That was to Hank Kochevar in the backfield. And goes right through his hands.
That was well thrown by Miller. Had him in stride.
Student section is getting into it tonight.
They are.
I mean, it's first game of the year. They've been waiting for this for a while. So
that's what students do, as long as they're polite and respectful-ish.
To the left, out for Miller. 3rd and 10. Fires, and it's intercepted. Picked off by, guess who? DeAndre Morrison. Interception number 2 for him tonight. I believe Miller was trying to throw it into the flat, and Morrison was right there to swoop in and get it. And with 42 seconds left, Bonner Springs inside Spring Hill territory at the 48 is where they'll set up shop.
Just a young quarterback mistake. That's going to happen. You know, if you're going to throw the ball, you're just going to have to take the highs with the lows and notice that there's a lot of potential there and work through it with them, and that can be corrected. It's game 1.
I believe Bonner Springs is going to take their sweet time to get out there.
Well, they're out of timeouts. Bet they're wishing they would have had one now.
Bonner is out of timeouts, like you mentioned. Spring Hill's got 2 to work with. 42 seconds left. 22-0 Broncos. 42 seconds left. Ball at the Spring Hill 48. Caldwell under center. Blonde's out in motion. Caldwell takes it himself. Pressure felt, and he'll overthrow. That was Devin Fleischer, and there's 3 Broncos coming home. Cohen Shuckman and Cade Myers, 2 of the 3 there, and I believe also Brooks Byer was in there as well.
Yeah, it's hard to do much when you got 3 opposing defenders trying to take your head off.
Bonner again wasting no time with the huddle. Play clock down to 13. 3 running back set. Caldwell takes the handoff. He'll go middle to Blondes, and he's met by Bo Gardner. That's also going to be Peyton McAvoy as well. Gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 46. 20 seconds left. Got about 27 on the play clock now. I think Coach Mays is just going to tell him to kind of just run it out here.
It seems that way. That's probably the wise move.
Maybe get one more play off here.
Oh.
5 seconds. You've got to get on the ball here. Down to 2. And they'll get it quickly. Caldwell drops back. Flag thrown. Throws it up and incomplete. Another flag there. Trying to go for Morrison. Mikey Beck in contention. So there's going to be 2 flags on the play. I believe none of those are going to matter anyways. I believe one's going to be pass interference on Mikey Beck, and then the other maybe a false start on the Braves.
I think you're right. You know, false start would take precedence because it's a pre-snap foul. Precedence.
We didn't see that last night with the Chiefs and Ravens game. I hate to point it out, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Chiefs a nice 27-20 win over the Ravens last night.
Probably a fun game.
It was, and in fact, a fun game as well. I mean, that's the way you want to start opening night of the NFL.
I feel like both teams for week 1 played really well. I mean, you could tell they're both the class of the AFC right now. And some comments were made about at the end of the game and from Baltimore. It's like, I don't think you want to upset the Chiefs after week 1.
You do not. Head ref's going to come back out.
We had an illegal shift on the offense.
An illegal shift will be called.
Pass interference, they offset one replay of the down.
So I am incorrect. So apparently pre-snap does not matter.
No. They will, in fact, offset.
I guess a dead ball penalty.
Yeah, it can be dead ball, yeah. One free play here, 3rd and 8 from the Spring Hill 46. Two-back set for Caldwell. Will be under center. Broncos have 5 up to the line. Caldwell drops back, fires quickly over the middle, and Morrison just over his outstretched hands. Nice job in coverage there by Jake Wise. I'm sorry, no, that's going to be Siler Stewart. And that'll bring us to halftime. Spring Hill, it has 22-0 lead. We'll be back here in just a few minutes for first half analysis and more keys to the game. You're watching Bronco football here on Spring Hill Sports Live, your home for Spring Hill Athletics.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Gran at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2015. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Being a donor to the Spring Hill Education Foundation is about making a difference in a child's life to ensure they will have every opportunity to succeed in the classroom and beyond. My name is Dr. Bart Gehring, and I have been a donor to the Spring Hill Education Foundation for 25 years.
Years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You wanna live free?
Welcome back to Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Schroeder Orthodontics, and this will bring us to our halftime show. Our halftime show today is presented to you by Michael Gran at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117th South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Got about 5:45 before we begin here. Second half action from Braves Field at Bonner Springs High School. I'm Brendan Bull, joined alongside my color commentator, Matt Jones. Matt, it's been quite a first half so far.
Well, it's definitely been exciting, and there's been a lot to talk about. And, turnovers, which are, no surprise in the first game, but like to see Spring Hill knock some of that off. And, they're working with Miller in there right now and, telling him to calm down and just, make sure you're going through your progressions, and just sometimes it's okay to slow down a little bit, let the game come to you. And I like the changes that the Bronco defense has made to, they've really confused Bonner Springs. They really don't have an answer for what the defense has done.
And that turnover number is 3-1 in favor of Bonner Springs, with the only fumble on that second drive they had.
Right.
Spring Hill had that fumble on their first drive of the play, and then the two interceptions from Jordan Miller, both coming from DeAndre Morrison. I mean, the kid's been all over the place offensively and defensively for Bonner Springs.
He sure has. He's been everywhere. He's an animal. And, they looked so good that first drive. We'll see what they come out with. The Broncos will start with the ball, but we'll see the changes that the team makes. Again, that's the fun thing about football.
And kind of going into the scoring breakdown for Spring Hill, Jackson Torres with a rushing touchdown, Patrick Stumpf with a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown from Corey Kirkner, excuse me. I mean, it's been quite a nice scoring affair. Also, you can't forget the 2-point conversion from Brady Coltharp. How about that? 22-0 the score. The 3 touchdowns so far, especially that 2-point conversion. I mean, what's that tell you about this Broncos offense besides the turnovers?
I think, first of all, going back to that 2-point conversion, that was definitely unexpected. I think it was almost like they were just trying to see if it actually worked. So, the answer was yes on that one. And, they're gonna have some mismatches at receiver this year. They've got height, they've got some strength, they've got some speed. So it'll be interesting when they get to the meat of their schedule, how the other teams handle that.
And we're gonna go back to our area matchups presented by Elliott Insurance Group. And Matt Jones, you got a few scores for us right in front of you?
Yeah, I've got a couple right now. One of the area games that we picked up, Blue Valley Southwest. Blue Valley's up 10-0. Both teams in 5A now, just down the road from Spring Hill. Something that we'll have to think about as we move through the year. Fort Scott all over Paola, 27-0. I think that is at least surprising to me. Looking through here a little bit, Lewisburg's up 14-7. That's the Varsity Sports Live game of the week in the Frontier League. Those two are always tough outs for each other. Last year, Lewisburg came from behind and scored in the final minutes of the fourth quarter to beat Tonganoxie. Haven't seen any others quite yet.
30-29 victory.
Right. They had to go for 2 to win, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
That was exciting.
Myself being the PA announcer for Tonganoxie High School, I mean.
That's right. That's awesome.
That'll do it for our halftime show, presented to you by Michael Gran at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Again, visit their website at farmbureaufinancialservices.com or visit them at 117 South Main Street in Paola, or give them a call at the number shown below. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, second half action here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is your home for Spring Hill Bronco football.
The Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next
Being a donor to the Spring Hill Education Foundation is about making a difference in a child's life to ensure they will have every opportunity to succeed in the classroom and beyond. My name is Dr. Bart Gehring, and I have been a donor to the Spring Hill Education Foundation for 25 years.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Looking for a real estate team you can trust? Join Team Young Realty, your local family-owned experts in Spring Hill and beyond. Whether you're selling or buying, Team Young is here to make it easy. Looking to sell but don't have time or money to make it shine? Team Young will invest to make your home show-ready to get top value. And if you're looking to buy, Team Young is here to assist at every step. Team Young Realty, committed to bringing affordable housing to Spring Hill and the surrounding area. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation, 913-222-9843. The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Look at the student section there, Matt Jones. I mean, beautiful.
I love it. Spring Hill's not just, it's not 10 minutes away. It's, good 35, 40-minute drive, and it's good to see the students coming up. The visiting stands are full.
And it's one of those things where I'm most impressed. This is one of the most impressive student sections that I've been able to see and not be a part of, but just watch firsthand for 4 years of, my high school career. The fact that Spring Hill is always kind of one of the most devoted. I feel like the Frontier League in general, one of the most devoted leagues for student sections. There's none other like it. I go to Paola. The Rat Pack's always inviting. I was the head captain of Tonganoxie's Big Red for 3 years. That was always really fun.
No, I think the students in this league are, they're involved. They're engaged in the game. They know what's going on. This is their Friday night activity, and I love it.
Valerie and Kirkner back for the Broncos, and away we are for second half action, and this is going to be taken. I cannot read that number. That's number 26. That's Keegan Folk, the sophomore slot receiver, standing at just 5'9", 140 pounds.
Did a good job. Ran up, caught it, did his job. Those middle deep guys don't see the ball all the time, and kind of those, you got one job.
He'll take it from about the 20 to the 34, which is on the near side hash, which is where the Broncos will begin. Start their second half, and kind of what's one of the keys you want to see from the Spring Hill offense in the second half is we have that's Evan Burke running in late.
I think we need to keep seeing the progression of the offensive line, and I'd like to see Miller. He's not going to need to air it out a whole lot, but I just want to see him take control of the game, get comfortable.
This is stumped to the outside. Look at him go! One man to beat. He's going to beat them all. But hang on for just a moment. There's flags, and Miller's like, come on back fellas. So the student section is going to have to hold their excitement for a moment as referee's going to tell them some bad news.
You know, you see Miller out there in the middle of the field saying, hey, guys, it's all right, waving him back, taking charge, being a good leader. Job number one for the quarterback right there.
And we are at the point in the second half where holding will be a 10-yard penalty enforced. So if you hold, it's going to hurt you a little bit more.
Right.
And speaking of Keisha, there wasn't much rules added or changed this year. The only sport being soccer I kind of saw.
But what are the changes in soccer?
So the mercy rules from 10 to 8 now, kind of changing it to kind of Missouri. So
8 seems fair. 10 goals is a lot.
Oh, yeah. And 10 yards is how far the Broncos will move back. They'll start 1st and 20. Quick screen out to Kirkner, who drops it.
Yeah, that's a couple drops the Broncos have had. That's something that they need to go in and fix over the next week. And that's usually a concentration thing.
Bring up second down.
You're talking about rules changes. Wrestling has some major rules changing, which we'll get into more detail once wrestling season starts. But some scoring changes, updates, out-of-bounds procedures, lots of changes.
2 in the backfield for Jordan Miller. 2nd and 20. This will be a handoff for Torres. He breaks to the outside to the 40, down to about the 45. A nice first down. Give him a gain of about 21 there.
Runs good for a gain of 11 yards. Now for a Spring Hill first down.
Good job getting around the corner by Torres. He was patient, following his blockers.
It'll just be stump to the left of Miller. 2 out to the right. 2 out to the left, 1 to the right. This will be handoff outside. And he'll be wrapped up and taken back by Blondes. That was Hank Hochevar, 6-foot junior. That's going to be a loss of 5. 2nd and 15, and the Braves defense is pretty active so far.
Right, and that was just little lapse of the Bronco offensive line. Just couldn't quite hold their blocks long enough. It's been a little inconsistent. Some really good plays, some plays that need some effort. Maybe not effort, need work.
Miller, quick throw out to the 50. They're going to get back to within the line of scrimmage and add on another couple of yards as well. That's going to be to Ryan Jackson. So gain of 10 will be 3rd and 5 from midfield. And they'll go to the 2-back set for Spring Hill. Broncos will rush 4. There's one on the edge. Hand off to Stump on the outside. Goes to about the 45, to about the 44, and I think he's got enough for the first down. You got to give credit where the credit's due for the offensive line, though. Some nice blocking on the outside.
They did a good job.
I know you're looking at the roster trying to figure out who to give your pointers to.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking to see who's who on the offensive line with all new faces. I haven't memorized their numbers yet.
We've got plenty of time for you to memorize them, Matt.
I know, yep.
You'll be here. You'll be here longer than me.
Right.
1st and 10. Miller handoff up the middle for Stump. He's got about 4 yards and still trying to push forward. A lot of bodies in the middle. I believe that was DeAndre Morrison, the last one there to get up. I believe he may be credited for the tackle.
Carry's good for a gain of 5 yards. Bring up second down.
They'll give him 5 on the carry.
You can credit the old lineman. He doesn't get hit for the first 2 of those 5 yards.
2-back set for Spring Hill. Miller, quick fire outside. This is Jackson.
That's good pitch and catch. Well done, well executed.
They'll get it about. Oh, they're going to say he was in. It'll be first down moving the chains for Spring Hill once again.
I like the mixing it up a little bit offensively. Coach feedback, throwing a little, running a little bit.
Be from the 27. Quick drop back, fired, and Miller got hit as he threw. There's two in the backfield there, as Kane Smith was one of them, and then also you can throw in Devin Fleischer was the second one to get home.
Not really sure who his target was. The ball was deflected pretty nasty.
And that snap was kind of a high one where Miller could just take a drop back and then catch it as he was going to drop back more. This will be a handoff to the outside for Stump getting the edge. He's got running room. Touchdown, Spring Hill. Touchdown number 2 on the night for Patrick Stump.
Great acceleration around the corner. Once he hit that sideline, he just showed a burst, some second speed. Great effort by the Broncos. Good blocking up front. Good run by Stump.
And that was touchdown number 2 from Patrick Stump. And it could be either swinging gate time or it could be the extra point from Ryan Jackson. We'll just have to wait and see. It will be an extra point from the senior receiver / kicker. And the kick is good. Broncos starting off the third quarter the right way, going in and scoring a touchdown. They lead this one 29-0.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ryan Jackson back to kick for the Broncos after the touchdown score. Just took only a couple plays. And away we are, and Jackson was hoped for 2 of those, and that ball's going to be fumbled in the back of the end zone, and it will be a touchback, I believe. They're going to rule it. That was a high booming kick for Nathaniel Days. It popped out of his hands and rolled right into the back of the end zone. So they'll go to the 20. And the Braves will have their second attempt of the second half. And Coach, Matt, I know you wrote down a score.
A couple interesting ones. Ottawa's all over Atchison 21-0. And you prefaced earlier, Ottawa's going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. Hayden up 14-0 over Eudora. Another interesting score, Mill Valley, reigning 5-time Class 5A champions. They're only up 35-27 over Olathe South. Typically a middle of the road Sunflower League team.
I have a feeling Kansas football is going to be really interesting to watch this year.
Well, 5A is going to be a little tougher with Aquinas, St. James, and Blue Valley all going up or down.
Caldwell going back to throw, trying to find Kane Smith in stride. It'll be incomplete and out of reach. So it'll be 2nd and 10, Braves from the 20.
Good coverage by the Broncos secondary.
Spring Hill also, and Bonner Springs as well, I guess you could say, also kind of the 2 teams in that 5A mix. Spring Hill coming off a loss to Mill Valley in the playoffs. It's a 59-7 loss.
Mill Valley's
up the
just
middle. And nowhere to go, I believe. The first one to get to The rusher was Brooks Byer.
And Bonner Springs just hasn't had an answer for the, what I'd call the box area of Spring Hill. The interior defensive linemen, the linebackers.
Be 3rd down and 10 from the 20. Get another 3-back set for Bonner Springs. Caldwell under center. Spring Hill will have 4. One off the edge. Caldwell drops back, has to dance and step up, and he's going to be taken down. That was Evan Berg getting there.
That's an interesting route tree. The last couple passes that they've dropped back for, they've only had 2 options, and both deep routes. They had no intermediate and no short routes, so that makes it really difficult for the quarterback, because if you're running for your life, that deep ball is really hard to throw. He had no outlet.
It'll be Martin Guerra back for the 5th time tonight. Clayton Valerie back deep to receive. Has to get this one off late. There was 2 bodies there. Bounces to the 45. Be picked up at the 40. And here comes Valerie going the other way, and he'll be met by a few tacklers. Jaden Bird, and I believe that was Leonard Fungusha, the other one to get there to Valerie, who kind of let it bounce to about near the 35, and then he just kind of turned around and went the complete other way.
Right. I think if he could have played it out of the air just a little bit easier, he'd probably have about 10 more yards, because the punter actually outkicked his coverage.
I just heard the PA announcer say the Royals are up 4-0 on the Minnesota Twins right now, so
they need some wins. I mean, they got one to close the series out with the Guardians, but my gosh.
Had a 6-game losing streak as they're in the wild card contention. It's stump up the middle. Give him 3 yards. Be 2nd and 7 from the 45.
Get that losing streak out of their system now.
Coach Feeback getting the play to Jordan Miller. And it's a 3-back set for the Broncos. It'll be handoff up the middle to Stump, and nice job by Bonner Springs to kind of read it there. That's going to be Hudson Razak, I believe, the first one to get there. He's only going to get 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Crawled for about a yard there. Otherwise, he would have been at the line of scrimmage. What an effort just to get positive yardage.
Back to a single back look. Stump behind him. Miller drops back. Quick fire near the yard to get. That's Torres to get the completion, but he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And it's going to be a decision time for Coach Feeback. And it looks like they are going to go for it. I thought Miller initially looked disappointed that Feeback's going to tell him to get off the field, but you got 4th and 1, so why not go for it here?
They're going out of the Wildcat, though. Torres is taking a snap. Or no, not Torres. Who is?
Torres to the right. Stump behind him. It's going to be up the middle to Stump. Is he going to get there? He's going to crawl his way.
See where the spot is.
That was Kane Smith, the first one to get there. And it's going to be 1st down, Bonner Springs. A turnover for Spring Hill just by a matter of inches.
Might have been a little bit of confusion. I was certainly confused, but that's not saying much. But a little confusion on the Broncos' part, lining up there. Miller was walking off and kind of pointing.
So Bonner Springs will set up shop near the 49-yard line. And they've got to get something going here. They don't have anything on the scoreboard quite yet. The offensive movement that's been really nice. It's just they just can't get over the Spring Hill defense that's been really stout so far.
Right.
Caldwell to go back under center. 3-back sets. This will be up the middle. To be Blondes, the ball carrier.
Carry's good for a gain of about 3 yards.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. As they move it into Spring Hill territory to the 48. Caldwell will go back to the huddle to try and set the play. Get another 3-back set. Broncos will have 4 at the line, 1 off the edge. Snap taken by Caldwell. They'll go up the middle trying to fake it. I believe that was Blondes again on the carry.
Bo Gardner on the tackle. He met him right at the hole and drove him straight back.
I don't think he got anywhere there. They're going to give him about a yard.
That's generous.
Yeah, about a yard or 2. 2 yards. So they're going to move it up to the 46.
Bring up 3rd down and 5.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for Bonner Springs.
It's manageable.
And somebody's towel went flying. Caldwell takes a snap. It'll go up the middle. And Spring Hill is going to meet the ball carrier right there. As Brooks Byer, one of them. Those Blondes on the carry. Or is Kane Smith, actually. And Bonner Springs is going to be a yard short, and I imagine they probably will go for this. And they will, in fact, go for it here on 4th and 1, about inches, I'd say. What do you think if you're the offensive coordinator?
I like the call. I think they just hit him right in the mouth, what they've been doing.
And that's not what you want to do there. Flags flying. Devin Fleischer
changes everything.
Jumped a tad bit too early off the edge. Now instead of 4th and inches, it'll be about 4th and 5. 4th and 6.
This will definitely change the play calling that they're going to be able to use.
Goes for a run, and maybe you could see a rollout pass if you wanted to.
The quarterback's got some speed. I mean,
Caldwell does have a couple rushing yards under his belt. Saw that in the first few drives. Caldwell dropping back, trying to hit Fungasha in the flat. Will be batted at the line. And Bonner Springs is going to turn the ball right over in 4 downs.
Cade Myers with the pass breakup.
So teams will each trade a 4-down possession that costs in a turnover.
Spring Hill will take over at the 47th-yard line.
So it'll be, and looks to be some confusion now as
Timeout taken by Bonner Springs.
Coach Mays is going to call a timeout for Bonner Springs. It'll be their first one. Minute 38 left to go. Spring Hill commanding 29-0 lead. We'll be back here in just 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, Broncos setting up shop after the 4-down turnover. And kind of in other football news, Green Bay, we're going to hang on to that. Here goes Patrick Stumpf up the sideline. He's going to be pushed in. And I think they're going to call him at the 1-yard line, about the half-yard line. I was about to bring you the score update for the Packers and Eagles game, but Patrick Stumpf had other ideas.
Showing that good sideline burst again. Good eyes by the official.
I was going to say that was going to be a 46-yard rush. It's going to be a 41-yard rush instead. First and goal, Spring Hill. Stump batting his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
Patrick Stump is good for a Spring Hill touchdown.
Stump quietly packing up the yards, racking up the yards.
Touchdown number 3 on the night for him. And this game is turned upside down for Bonner Springs. Ryan Jackson to take the extra point. And it is good. Spring Hill, all it took could have been one play, but it took 2 instead.
Same guy.
36-0. We'll be right back here in just a few moments as the Broncos will go back on defense.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Two-play drive after a 4-down turnover from Bonner Springs. And I'm going to get to that Packers score now finally. Packers lead 19-14 over the Eagles. 2:48 left in the second quarter.
Dang Packers.
And that game's being played in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And Jackson kicks it away, and that'll land at about the 10. And it will be taken and past the 20, bit past the 25 and down to about the 26.
Bring up first and 10.
As that was Eric Hall Jr., the 5'9" sophomore, to take that from the 10-yard line. So a return of about 16 yards. 15-16, ball spotted at 25 and a half, about the 26. It has dropped to the high 60s, currently 67 degrees. And still at about 9 miles per hour. It's definitely getting a lot cooler.
I have a jacket on. I think it feels great.
I just have a polo on. I'm feeling great. First and 10. This will be a handoff to the right from Fungusha.
Carry by Leonard Fungasha.
Fungasha's, you know, he has been on the field a lot tonight, running hard still. He just hasn't had very many lanes once this game's kind of gotten underway.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. As he's going to... Jaden Bird, the tight end, is going to come off the field. Broncos have 5 at the line. So we again to Fungusha up the sideline. He's going to break free. Look at him go. He's going to step out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped at it about the 43. It'll move the chains for the Braves. It'll be first down.
Carry by Fungasha. Good for gain of about 10 yards, and that's enough for a Brave.
See Shuckman out there.
Got a 15-yard carry from Fungusha.
Coleman's working with Mikey a little bit out there, saying, hey, it's okay. Let's do this. I like to see the older guys, the established leaders on the team, talking to the young players, keeping their head up.
First and 10 for the 43. That's probably going to be encroachment as That's going to be called on Carson Royal, the 6'2 senior.
Yeah. We were pointing at them, but I'm pretty sure that we started that one.
And it will be, in fact, encroachment. So the Braves will have 1st and 5 from the 48. 22 seconds left in this third quarter.
Penalty will bring up 1st down and 5.
Clock starts, clock down to 15, play clock down to 15, so 2-second gap. I believe this will be the final play of the third quarter. Caldwell hands it off to the outside, and he's met quickly there. There's a medley of Broncos in there. One of them, I believe, was Keegan Folk. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. The Broncos able to tack on a score. 2 scores. It'll be 36-0 as we go to the fourth and final quarter of play here from opening week. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Feeling stuck, overwhelmed, anxious? Whether you're struggling to unwind, seeking meaningful connections, or just need a shoulder to cry on, the staff at Allies Therapeutic Services in Spring Hill is here for you. With experience in a wide range of services and a compassionate, judgment-free approach, Allies will help you tackle challenges in a supportive environment, working together to find a path to healing and growth, because everyone needs an ally. Visit alliestherapy.com.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back. We begin the last quarter of play. Caldwell dropping back and right thrown interception. That's Bo Gardner. And he looks like he could take it to the distance, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Corey Williams. And Caldwell's throwing his first interception of the night, and Spring Hill is going to be inside near the red zone. That's a play you don't want to start this fourth quarter.
I think Gardner was just waiting right in the middle of the field and just said, I'll take it.
Spring Hill's first interception that they've gotten. And we have a score update that you wrote down, a 14-14 tie in Lewisburg.
Yeah, Lewisburg tied up with Tonganoxie 14-all. Chieftains, and both teams for that matter, but especially the Chieftains, they graduated a lot last year, so, you know, they're ready to go.
I believe my class had about 13 seniors.
Yep.
It's quite a lot. It was a drive. It was quite a drive that ended with a 1-yard run on 4th down. They went for it at the 1-yard line. So it'll be even in Lewisburg. This will be a handoff to Kochevar. To the outside, he'll get about 3 yards. Get to the 22. Be 2nd and 7.
Carry by Hank Kochevar.
Looks like
putting some people in and out, moving some pieces around.
Wyatt Gatlin checks in, and it's like a substitution error, I think. Trying to get Ryan Jackson to the sideline.
Run is good for a gain of 3 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Maybe trying to get some of the younger guys some reps.
It's time.
Clock is running. Take the snap. Hand off to Kochevar on the outside. Breaks a tackle or two. He's going to be met. And the ball popped out initially.
Right back into his breadbasket, luckily for him.
It's DeAndre Morrison and Leonard Fungusha. The two that met him. Gain of 9. Moving the chains. You 1st and 10 from the 13. They're taking their time with this one. They're not in any hurry. Clock's running clock. I believe it's 30-something after the third. You can run the clock. Handoff outside to Kochevar. He'll shed off a tackle, but he'll be tackled inside the 5 at about the 4.
Tackled by Trenton Norris.
Tackled by Trenton Norris.
Gain of 9 yards.
Gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 4. And I believe they're actually going to give him the first down. He had enough there. Be 1st and goal from the 4 now. So again, second straight play where Spring Hill just moves the chains.
They're just pounding the line of scrimmage right now, and Bonner's back on their heels. It's a tough position to be in for the Braves.
Time called as Coach Mays is going to want another talking to from his defense, not liking what he's seeing there. 8:44 left to go in this ball game. We'll take a timeout with Bonner Springs. Back here in just 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Back here at Spring Hill Sports Live, 8:44 left to go in this ball game. Spring Hill has 1st and goal at about the 3-yard line and checking in on a Frontier League foe. Paola's kind of made some ground up on Fort Scott. They're still down 27-14 with the 50 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's better than it was.
It's better than what we saw earlier at halftime. 1st and goal. Miller takes a step, handoff to the left is Kochevar. He'll dive in, touchdown, Broncos.
Spread them out, kept the ball on the ground.
Good for a Spring Hill touchdown.
Kochevar, workhorse on that drive. Great efforts, all set up by the interception by Bo Gardner.
A 4-yard touchdown rush from Hank Kochevar, his 1st on the night. It'll be Ryan Jackson to attempt the PAT. Kick is threaded right through. And Spring Hill tacks on their first score of the quarter as the clock will continue to run. We're going to stay here as I believe Bonner has made not waste much time to try and get their special teams on the field here.
Right, with the running clock even during change of possession.
Spring Hill quickly getting their kickoff team on the field. So they try and get up some other scores from around the league. We're going to go to Baldwin as they're taking on Iola. It is 16-6 in the 4th. They just started the 4th quarter. Again, Baldwin's in Iola.
Score from Southeast Kansas. Girard closed the gap a little bit with Pittsburgh Colgan. They're down 21-14.
I'm going to go check in on our friends in Eudora. Reed McAvoy on the call against the Topeka Hayden Wildcats. 28-7 Hayden in the 3rd quarter is the score, and Jackson kicks it away to Bonner Springs. That's a deep kick right at the end zone, dropped in the end zone. They're going to rule it a touchback, however. That fell out of the hands of Jaden Bird.
So what do you think of the new kickoff rules in the NFL? Like, dislike?
I mean, I hate to be a stickler. I mean, I can see the both good and bad in it.
I agree. I don't mind it. Like, I mean, they're starting 10 yards apart.
They moved the kickers back just a couple yards.
Yeah.
And it's going to increase, although I did see in the Chiefs and Ravens game, if you got guys who can swing their leg really well, then it's going to be a touchback. But
right.
I like that they're trying to get more kickoff returns because I feel like that's what the fans want and what the fans deserve.
Yep.
But still, there's a lot of guys who are good leg swingers, and Harrison Buckner and Justin Tucker, two of those examples, although Tucker did miss a field goal from about 30-something yards out. So
probably because Caden was yelling so loud.
Good Carvalho, our cameraman.
He's hoarse today. He can't even talk.
1 yard rush to the outside. It's to Kyle Blinds. Get running that play where they kind of act like they hand it off to one guy and then kind of just sit off to the outside.
It's like the Broncos are starting to bring in some fresh faces.
Clock continuing to wind down. About 5 minutes left to go. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Caldwell takes a snap. Fungusha cutting inside, and he's going to be met by a medley of Broncos. Get about a gain of 3 or 4 on that. Gets to about the 25.
Carried by Fungusha.
Get him in for some ice and some treatment tomorrow.
Well, school's not in session tomorrow, so I mean, unless they're giving the athletic trainer overtime, then I mean, I wouldn't mind. But I'm sure tomorrow's going to be film session time.
Right.
I know that's how it was back for me, or JV's got to get a practice in.
Yep.
3rd down and 5 from the 25. Caldwell fakes a handoff, and now will fire. He got Kyle Blinds, and he's going to get the first down. Brought down quickly by Keegan Folk on the outside. And Bonner finally is able to move the chains. And Caldwell's finally got a pass in there.
Right. He's not had too many completions this evening. Is that his?
I believe that's only his second or third.
Bring up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard.
It is his third. If I did stat it correctly. First down and 10 from the 34. Fungasha to the outside. He's only going to get maybe a few yards, about 3 or 4. There's Jalen Wallace actually on the carry. They're going to give him 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 37. And that clock continuing to wind down now, just under 3 minutes left to play. As I believe Bonner Springs is just going to run this clock out for the most part. Maybe try and go down and score, but just kind of take a patient approach with it. Man out in motion. Caldwell rolls out. He's going to be met with pressure, and he's finally going to be taken down. That's going to be given to Braden Bell, the 5'10 sophomore, coming in to get the sack.
Braves almost fumbled the ball. The ball was out there. His arms wide. They had it hooked. He did a good job holding on to it.
Give him a loss of 2. It is going to be 3rd down and 9 from the 35. So we're getting to about the 2-minute mark in this game. Play clock down to 15. Caldwell's going to roll out. Looks left, fires. That's going to be in. Oh, and dropped. That was Braden Bell again. Braden Bell would have had a tackle and then an interception on the next drive. Instead, he's going to just get a deflection there.
Very similar to the interception that Bo Gardner had on the last defensive stand, and about the same area of the field.
So to bring up 4th down and 9 from the 34, about the 35-yard line. Just maybe a hair to the 35, kind of the front part of the nose touching. Could be the last play from Bonner Springs if they cannot convert here. So I believe if Spring Hill gets back out on the field, they're just going to kneel it out. And Coach Byron Mays is going to call his final timeout of the evening. And we'll take another timeout with him. Spring Hill up 43-0. Minute 7 left to play in this ball game.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. The Fun 99 menu. Always $1.99 each.
The band trying to cheer on their hometown team. 4th and 9 from the 35. And it looks like they're going to punt it.
I'm not sure why they called timeout to punt it. Maybe just to be careful. I don't know.
Low snap and be Guerra to get it away. That was taken in by number 28. That was Andrew Poland. And he's going to get to about the 45-yard line.
Tackle made by Jaden Bird.
Jaden Bird on the tackle, and I believe it'll just be a kneel. And that'll be it from Bonner Springs. And Spring Hill will go 1-0 to start the year.
Pretty solid effort overall.
I mean, how do you feel if you're Spring Hill? You go on the road and beat Bonner Springs in a pretty solid effort tonight.
Yeah, I liked how they made corrections after the first drive.
It's going to be a quick handoff. That was some new faces. That was Peyton McAvoy handing off to number 40. That's Talon Herr. And that'll be the last play of the game. And Spring Hill, a shutout 43-0 win over Bonner Springs on their senior night. As Jordan Miller is going to lead the handshake line, as Spring Hill will run back to their fans after the long handshake line and celebrate a 1-0 start to the 2024-25 season. We're going to take a short few-minute break here. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up, give you the breakdown, the stats, and everything you need to know, and especially highlights to what's coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Don't go anywhere, folks. Spring Hill goes 1-0. They win 43-0.
With a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
There's a push, and it is a touchdown, Lewisburg.
I'm so sick of this.
I saw a Go Brawley truck in front of Bob's.
Go Brawley, no buffering allowed. Visit gobrawley.com today.
Yes! Yes! You two really need to get Go Brawley.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. 408 North Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You want to live free? The Fun 99 menu. Always $1.99 each.
Welcome back to Spring Hill Sports Live. 43-0 your final score. And this one is Broncos advanced to 1-0 early on in the season. Bonner Springs, you like what you saw early from them, just fell short in the end. Dropped to 0-1 on the year in this first-year squad of under head coach Byron Mays, and I kind of liked what I saw from them.
You know, like you said, they started out really well. They just didn't make the adjustments that Spring Hill did. I think ultimately, you know, the depth of the Broncos, and I think the coaching staff did a great job of putting the kids in a good position to, you know, come out with a dominating victory. Obviously, there's a lot to work on for the Broncos. They did make some mistakes, but it's all correctable.
And as for Spring Hill, there's a couple mistakes early on in the first half, but they looked a lot cleaner in the second half offensively.
Absolutely. They looked much crisper. Jordan Miller had a pretty good game, had some really good throws, had some throws he probably wants back, and he knows it. But, again, that's what film's for. They're going to watch film. They're going to correct it, and he's going to grow throughout the year and, you know, eventually get some linemen back and just keep getting stronger.
And I know both of us have their eyes on the Chieftains and Wildcats game going down in Lewisburg. I believe that game is probably going to go to overtime as it tied at 14 apiece as the clock continues to wind down. Yeah, we're watching it right now as we speak. Both teams are going to go to the sideline as it'll be overtime to decide that one in Lewisburg, Kansas. And we'll kind of have some other scores from around the area as well as we get them. But we're going to go into our postgame show. Our postgame show is presented by Team Young Realty. Let Team Young get it done for you the next time you are looking to buy or sell your home. Give them a call at 913-386-4488 for your free no obligation offer. There's a different number on the postgame show, Reed.
That's a 620 number.
That's a 620 number.
Southeast Kansas, Wichita. Wichita area, southern Kansas.
Just try whichever one you want and see if they give you a call.
Well, 724 is a Girard prefix now that I'm looking at it, so if you need a realtor in Girard, do it.
Absolutely. And kind of the breakdown, if you had to give an MVP out for the game, who would you give it to?
Offensively, I think for the Broncos, that's tough. Patrick Stump's hard to go away from just because he was the workhorse when they needed him. They could count on him. He had that really long touchdown run called back, and he just kind of grinded this game out. He was quietly taking charge of the game.
Absolutely. And kind of defensively, I think there's one player that really stuck out to me. You could say Bo Gardner, but in my opinion, you got to give it to Clayton Valerie. I mean, this kid was all over the field. He was a workhorse offensively and defensively, getting the punt returns done, making a lot of tackles. He had close to about 20 tackles that game.
He was in on well over 50% of the tackles. And Bo Gardner had some big plays, but I think consistency-wise, I'd agree with you.
And Ryan Jackson also going flawless from extra points as well. And you saw he had a couple touchbacks as well. I mean, that leg was really strong for him.
Yeah, very solid job, special teams. You know, great way to get the season going on all three phases of the ball. So I'm excited to see what they do next week as we start moving forward into the year.
And we're going to go to our Chamber Connection that's brought to you by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, reminding you to support our community and shop local. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. And kind of what was that big connection in that game for you, whether it be a pass or a run or anything, really?
I think the Jordan Miller Jackson Torres connection, that's going to be something to watch as this year progresses, because I think Miller's going to get better, and we already know Torres is a playmaker.
Absolutely, and coming up on what's to come on Spring Hill Sports Live, don't forget, this coming Tuesday, they are coming to Tonganoxie to take on the Chieftains. It's a nice Frontier League soccer matchup you don't want to miss. And then this coming Friday, week 2, Spring Hill's going to pay a visit to the Chieftains, currently in that overtime game against Lewisburg at home.
Tongi and Tongi. Be a rough week.
Quite a rough week indeed. I mean, you're going from a new team to a team who last year made the sub-state semifinal game. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. And as for Bonner Springs, they head to Eudora next week to take on the Cardinals. Currently are facing a current deficit to the Hayden Wildcats right now.
Yeah, they were down. Last I looked, I think it was 21-0, 27-7.
28-7 I saw last time I checked. Make sure to visit any of our Varsity Sports Live channels. If you don't know who we record to, make sure to visit our website, varsitysportslive.com, to see when your team plays next or if we carry your team at all. Even we're always looking to add more, and we're excited. We're excited to see this program, this company grow as a whole. I'm excited to be a part of it. Being in year number 2 now, I know you've been in here for a couple of years. Caden's been in here for a couple of years as well.
Yep. No, it's great. It's just so important to these small communities and the kids and the families. And I had somebody that's watching the game from Phoenix text me earlier, so that's just really neat that people can literally watch this anywhere.
And for free as well.
And it's free, and that's the coolest part. It's free. It doesn't cost the schools anything, and it doesn't cost the families.
And we're always excited to present it to the families in the school and everybody. I mean, it's kind of a cool way. We've done a lot of cool events, and excited to see where we go throughout this coming year as well. It's going to be a really nice, kind of great football season, I'd say.
Agreed.
And I'm going to go. And Matt, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
Nope. Good start for the Broncos. Excited to see them up in Tonganoxie, USA next Friday night.
Caden? I'm going to let my cameraman have any final thoughts.
Thumbs up.
He just a thumbs up from him. He doesn't have much of a voice.
I don't have a microphone.
You don't have a microphone. You can kind of hear me in the background.
Yeah. No, it was a great week 1. I think it was an awesome week 1 win. And we'll get to next week. So.
Yeah. I figured you didn't want to talk much because you lost your voice last night at the Chiefs game.
I did, yeah. It wouldn't sound that pretty.
For us here from Bonner Springs High School, alongside my partners Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo, thank you for joining me tonight. I am Brendan Bolin signing off from Bonner Springs High School again in lovely Bonner Springs, Kansas.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.